Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7, where we are going to be jumping in for the Manufacturers Cup today. Exhibition Season 2, Round 1. We're at the Nürburgring GP in the Group 3 cars. We are of course signed with Nissan for this Manufacturer Series. So we'll see if we can get some good results. Of course, Nissan is the overpowered car in most tracks. But before we get into the race, now would be a great time for me to remind you that if you do enjoy the content, please leave a like and consider subscribing if you are new, so that you never miss a video. But let's get into this one, Season 2, Round 1 of the Manufacturers Cup. We have a Lexus here starting in pole position. Now this was my first go at this race, so we're going with an orthodox strategy. Starting from the back, as you can see here, the Spaniard in front, we have a Frenchman in second, a Swiss driver driving the Aston in third. We then have another Spanish in fourth, and we have another Spanish in fifth. So as you can see here, starting from the back in the Nissan GTR Monster livery. So you're going to want to stick around for the entire race in this one. This was a really good race, really enjoyable, really exciting race. As we get a massive run off the line here, going straight past the NSX. Of course the NSX not known for its straight line speed. And here we go into turn 1, there's chaos as we get people spinning people off into the sand. A couple people also wide, but they're going to keep the position there. NSX trying to make a move around the outside. A little bit of contact as he cuts across in front of us. We're going to go back down to 15th, but that's going to increase once again as we have a Toyota spinning there. Coming out of the chicane. We're going to go back around the outside of the NSX. That's going to give us the inside for the next right-hander. As you see, someone else there off into the gravel. Now keep your eye on the Porsche here, the pink Porsche. As you can see, he's quite a long way back, but that's not going to matter, as he's going to fire it up the inside anyway. That's going to push us out wide into the NSX, so sorry about that NSX, but I had nowhere to go. So we're going to carry on here, try and get past this Porsche again. He did seem to be struggling. I'm not sure what tyres he's on. Of course we are starting on the racing hard, so we're on the worst compound available. We're up the inside here of the Porsche, but that's going to give him the inside for the next corner. So we're going to brake early, make sure we get a good exit, which we have. He's sliding all over the place, so we're going to go back straight past. The superior speed, of course, of the GTR, far superior to that Porsche. But we're off expecting a lunge here, and there it is. So that's going to take out that Porsche, but it's also going to give the Porsche ahead a penalty. You see someone else in the grass there. We have to lift because we want to go into the pits. So the plan is that we are going to do a two-stopper. We're going to have one lap on the hards, chuck those out of the window. We're then going to go on to a set of soft tyres, and we're going to go basically for as long as we can, and then we're going to come in and change once again for a pair of medium tyres. So we've got our bad stint out of the way. You can see that we only have a 8-second gap to the guy up ahead, so we're not lost that much time. We're going to fast forward here to lap 2, where you can see the first victim we're going to have is the Mercedes AMG going off into the gravel. I'm not sure if it was a mistake or it was a punt. But we're not going to worry about it. We can be flat through here now that we have those soft tyres available. I'm going to fast forward again to lap 4. Coming up into turn 1, you can see there's a lot of smoke. There's somebody spinning out there in the Porsche. We're going to go through, and that is going to be another position. He actually rage quit. So we're up into 14th. As we fast forward now a lap later, just look at the gaggle of cars we have up ahead. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potential positions we can gain, because we should be on the best compound. There's loads of people going wide there. The two Porsches are going to get compromised and go slow. We're going to go up the inside of both of those. Not Mustang, the Aston Martin just up ahead, getting himself a 2-second penalty for cutting the chicane. So that's going to put us up into the top 10. So good progress on this lap alone. It's going to go defensive. We completely missed our brake marker, so we have to take avoidance action here, going around the outside. So that's going to give us the inside coming through this very slow section. The first section of the Nürburgring is incredibly technical. As a wise man once said, slow in, fast out. So that is what we're going to try. There's contact behind. We get pushed out a little bit wide, but we're going to gain another position up into P9. We have 3 cars up ahead. One of them has a penalty. How much is that? That is a 2-second penalty. Of course, that is the Aston Martin we saw before. So we're going to gain that position guaranteed. We'll see if we can hold on to the slipstream of the 2 in front of him. But they're going to be battling very hard here, coming up the hill. Aston there going into the gravel. That's going to compromise his line. That's going to give us better slipstream coming all the way up this hill. Almost going into the gravel again there. I'm going to try up the inside here. It's fair play to him. He does give us the space. That is going to give us the outside for the next corner, so we're going to brake early again, get the better exit, get the old switcheroo, not to be confused with the new switcheroo. There was of course the old one. So he's going to serve his penalty, and we need to focus on catching up with the Frenchman up ahead, also in the Aston Martin. And then we have the Mercedes just in front of him. So someone else did come in off the soft tyres, going on to the mediums. So they're going to have the worst tyre available at the end of the race. We get a good run here on the Aston. Going to fire it up the inside, but it's never going to get that stopped. So we're going to let him go into the gravel. To quote a good man, Tom Cruise, if you hit the brakes, they will just fly straight on past. So that is exactly what happened on this occasion. We're up into 7th place, so it's not been a bad race so far. Of course, these tyres are starting to wear, I'm starting to feel the effect of the worn softs. We're trying desperately to catch up with this Mercedes just up ahead. As you can see here, it's really difficult to get it to turn in. Not quite flat all the way up this hill anymore. But we're right in the slipstream, we are gaining. You can also see physically we are a lot closer to the car up ahead. So we're going to do our favourite, brake early and try and get the better exit. However, I think we brake a little bit too early on that occasion, and that is going to give the Spaniards a pretty big gap. So we're not able to go for the move. That's fine, we'll just wait. We're not in a rush. You see the Danish there coming in off the soft tyres. We'll see what he goes on to. The Italian there also coming in off the hard tyres in the Mustang. We're not able to get the jump on the Danish. However, he's going to go incredibly wide into turn 1, and that's going to be putting him into the gravel. So we're going to gain a position there. We're going to go up into 5th. The Spaniard very wide in the Mercedes. But there's not really a lot I can do on these worn tyres. They are pretty much dead. So we're just going to try and stay with him stay in the slipstream, and that should give us a pretty good start to our medium stint run. Which is trying to minimize sliding, minimize the tyre spin, so that we can save our tyres all the way to the pit lane. Go deep in, get the better turning, get the better exit on the power as early as we can. It's going to give us a bit of a run up the hill. But again, I'm not going to go for the move. We're just going to sit behind. We don't want to compromise his line, because if he's slow, then that will make us slow. As we get a big twitch here, that was a big moment. I almost lost it. We managed to actually catch the drift and get it turned in nicely for this second part of that corner. We're going to go up the inside here. However, I wasn't really planning on making the move, so I brake quite early. I keep it wide. I don't want to lose too much time, because this is going to be our in lap. I get it slowed quite nicely for this pit entry. Of course, I have made quite a few mistakes on that pit entry before, making stupid mistakes running into the wall, which is not advisable. You do lose a lot of time. So coming out in P9, we're going to fast forward a little bit to lap 9, as there was not really much happening on that lap, but we're going to gain 3 positions here coming across the start finish line. So we've made all of our pit stops, so all the battling now will be for position. So I'm not going to give up my position easily. If they want to come past, they will have to work for it. And of course, we are on the medium tyres. I do not believe everyone else is going to be on the soft tyres, so we should have the best tyres available in the top 10. Now coming to start lap 11, you see we just managed to get out, or we just managed to go into turn 1 just ahead of the Frenchman who came into the pits. That's going to be another position up into P5. We have the Italian up ahead with a 5-second gap. Moving on to the start of lap 11, I'm going to go past the Danish who has come in for his second pit stop. So that's going to put us up into P4. We still have that 4-second gap to the Italian up ahead. The Frenchman was battling with the Spaniard, so he's lost quite a lot of time behind. Now I'm going to fast forward now to the last lap. As you can see, up ahead, the Italian has lost a lot of time. The Spaniard who started actually in pole, well not in pole position, but he started on the soft tyres. He then went to the medium tyres. So now I know he's on the hard tyres. I have the Italian behind, who I believe is also on the hard tyres. And we have me sitting in 4th position with better tyres. However, they are more worn. So we'll see what we can do coming up into the long straight. Try and get the good exit. However, we get on power a little bit too early, and that is going to compromise our exit. It's going to take all of our momentum coming down this straight, so we're not going to be able to make any positions unless there's a big accident. As you see here, closing right up, it was 1.3 seconds going into that corner. We've managed to take out 0.3 seconds on that Mustang. Trying to get a good exit out the last corner, but it's not going to matter. He's going to hold on to that podium position. We're going to come home in P4. Albeit it was a slightly weaker lobby because of the daily race C this week. But not a bad result. In 4th position, going up from 16th in my very first go at this combo. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not also the best round Nürburgring, but that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, take care and goodbye.